Hey everybody, this is your host, the Platinum Knight, and welcome to my Summer Game Fest of 2023 review. I am currently live streaming this over on Twitch, but it's going to be exported to YouTube, so that way people over on my YouTube channel can see this later on. But yeah, guys, welcome. I just think it's easier to live stream these coverages because it's faster that way, and I'm not using a fancy mic or spending hours on making a video. But anyways, yeah, everyone, welcome. This is going to be my Summer Games Fest coverage. Let's see. It is currently June what day is it? June 18th. Yeah, okay. It is currently June 18th, and it is 5:04 p.m. to be exact. So, I got my notes right here on Summer Games Fest. Yeah, okay, here we go. I got my notes right here on what are some of my thoughts on Summer Game Fest of 2023. But you know what, guys? Before I even start covering it, I guess I should just go ahead and let you guys know a couple of things. Yes, I am playing Fall Guys, but I'm not going to be playing any solos rounds. I'm only going to be playing these 20 shard creator-made rounds because they're just easier and they're going to allow me to look at what I'm talking about. Yeah, these stages will allow me to look at my notes. And as you can see, yes, I did play earlier. Really, the only thing I had to finish was finish rounds in 60 seconds. So I thought it would be appropriate to play the 20 shard rounds to finish the rest of my dailies. Oh, and another thing too is I am not going to literally talk about everything that was announced or revealed at Summer Game Fest because that's just insane, and I'm gonna be here all day if I do decide to do that. So I'm not gonna cover everything. I still will mention some smaller things, but that's about it though. But for the most part, I'm just going to talk about the big stuff like Spider-Man, Alan Wake 2, maybe, yeah, I'll talk about a couple of other things, because these are some games that I do play that were revealed. Also, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and, before I even start my coverage, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys a little bit of extra stories. For those of you that don't know, I recently uploaded my trip to going to Summer Game Fest of 2023. Yeah, I was actually there, everybody, at SoFi Stadium, and yeah, if you haven't seen my video yet, I had a lot of fun being there. So, but I'll talk a little bit more about that. Right now, I'm just gonna go ahead and get this game started. Let's see. Rainbow Dash, Yeet Golf, and Spiral Upheaval. Okay, you know what? How about I just go ahead and like switch back and forth? How about I start with Rainbow Dash, Yeet Golf second, and then Spiral third, and then I'll just repeat the cycle. Yeah, okay, that sounds pretty good. Alrighty. Okay, everybody. I guess I can go ahead and tell you a couple of extra stories or some things you may not have known or noticed. Things that I really either couldn't fit or I just forgot to say in my my trip to Summer Game Fest video. So I guess the first thing I could tell you guys, yeah, I did say a little bit in this video that I kind of wasn't really expecting to go to Summer Game Fest at first, but at the same time, I was though. It was just one of those things that was sort of unplanned, because my uncle, Junior, he kind of hinted to me that we might Game Fest would be the first summer fest where anybody is allowed to go just by paying a ticket. Oh hey Bay, welcome to the stream, Bay. How you doing, Bay? Right now I'm just talking about my trip to Summer Game Fest. But yeah, I hope you're doing very well, Bay. So yeah, me going to Summer Game Fest was basically unplanned. I believe I did see a movie during that day. No, not during that day. After. I think that's when I got done, or me and my friends got done watching was it Spider-Man? Yeah, I think it was Spider-Man. Hold on, let me double check. Summer Game Fest was on the 8th. Oh, okay, no, never mind. On June 6th, yeah, on June 6th, that's when I saw Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and that's when both my uncle and his friend Andy first brought up that they were at least thinking about going to Summer Game Fest. Oh, excuse me, everybody. I had chicken stir fry earlier. But yeah, when me and my uncle and his friend went to see Spider-Man, that's when they pitched in the idea that we were going to go. But they weren't really entirely sure yet. It sounded fun. And another thing too is, at the time, we didn't know how much the tickets were gonna cost. We didn't know if it was gonna be cheap. We didn't know if it was going to be super expensive just to get in. But the idea sounded pretty cool, and I was willing to pay for my ticket and everything, even if it costed like $50 or something like that. I at least told them that I was open. And then on June 7th, that's when I live streamed on Twitch, and I finally beat After Us, everybody. Yeah, it was on June 7th is when I finally beat After Us. And after I beat After Us, I actually said in that stream that it's not a for sure thing. I don't really know, but I might be going to Summer Game Fest tomorrow. And pretty much after I got done beating after us, I actually went to my uncle after that, and I asked him, hey, is there new information if we're gonna go or not? And he said no, because I think Andy was actually busy that day, and yeah, he just didn't respond to my uncle. But here's the thing though, pretty much after I asked him if we're gonna go or not, I got super tired, everybody, and I ended up going to bed, pretty much, after I asked him. So I didn't know if we were going for sure or not. And then, because Summer Game Fest, I think it started like what, at 12, I think? Now, for those of you who don't know me very well, I'm not exactly the biggest morning bird. I really hate waking up super early in the morning. And, because, it started at 12, the time where I usually wake up at, my uncle, woke me up at, I believe, at 9 a.m. in the morning? Yeah, I woke up, he woke me up super early in the morning, and that's when all of a sudden he, tells me, hey Platinum, wake up, get ready, we're about to go, in an hour, and I was just like, oh shit. So keep in mind, we live like 30 minutes away from Los Angeles, so we really had to get ready quick. So as soon as I woke up, I hopped my ass in the shower. I ended up shaving my beard off. And yeah, I got all dressed and everything. And I was just like, whoa, okay, I guess we're going. So, yeah, and as soon as, we got there, I didn't ask until way later, but it was pretty much, when, we got to, Los Angeles, is when I asked, hey, by the way, how much are the ticket prices? And it was Andy who told me, and he said, oh, it's just $15. And I kinda wish I was recording, at that point, but my first reaction was, whoa, $15? That's it? That's nothing. I brought like, what, $120 in my wallet just in case it was that expensive, but I was honestly pretty surprised how cheap it was just to get in. $15. That really is nothing. And again, if you've seen my video, I did mention that, I find it kind of funny how the parking in LA is actually way more expensive, compared to actually getting in the stadium. The parking was, $45, and Andy, I mean, he's the man. Andy is the one that ended up paying for all of us. Me and my uncle, we didn't even have to chip in. He paid for the whole thing. He paid for his own ticket and the parking. And I was just like, wow, thanks, man. And we ended up having fun that day. So yeah, another thing, I didn't get to record, or at least I had to assume it probably wasn't a good idea for me to record, but as we were getting in the stadium, obviously there's a metal detector. That's just a given. But yeah, as soon as I saw the metal detector, that's when I had to put my phone down. And as you guys saw in the video, you see the metal detector. So as soon as I saw the metal detector, that was when I was just like, oh shit, I should probably put my phone down. And not to mention too, even right there, I didn't know if you were able to take a camera into Summer Games Fest, but yeah, I didn't want to risk it, everybody. And even before I went, I actually tweeted on Twitter that, hey, I'm gonna record my trip, but I immediately decided that I'm not going to take a big-ass camera or anything like that. I'm just going to use my phone and... Oh, hey, SG! Welcome to the stream, SG. How you doing, man? I'm just, I'm playing by myself, SG. I'm not really, planning on playing with anybody. I'm just using Fall Guys as footage, to talk about, my trip to Summer Game Fest and, covering the event itself. But yeah, hope you had a good stream, SG. I hope you escaped a few times, and god damn it, I'm having a pretty bad time just getting over this. But anyways, so yeah, I decided to put my phone down as soon as we got to the metal detector. And here's the weird thing. This is what I wasn't able to record, but for some reason, the security let at least me and my uncle go really quickly, actually. But for some odd reason, the security pulled my friend, or our friend, Andy, to the side, and they ended up inspecting him a little bit more. And I was trying to record. As soon as me and my uncle got into the stadium, both me and him ended up looking at each other going, hey, what's going on? Why did the security pull our buddy to the side? And it was when I got into the stadium is when I started recording again. And you guys will see in the video, if you've seen it, you guys will see in the vid that me and my uncle telling him, yeah, we'll wait for you right here at the entrance. And as soon as he got back, it's hard to listen to what he said, but I ended up asking him later on, so why did they pull you for? And they just said, oh, it was nothing. The detector just went off, and they just wanted to double check if they had like, you know, what was made out of metal on him. And it turns out it could have been maybe his belt buckle, or maybe he just had too many coins in his wallet. But you know, obviously they didn't find anything on him, and they just let him go. And that was cool too. Oh, and by the way, guys, if you ever go to Summer Game Fest, or hell, any, gaming, showcase in general, whatever you do, do not bring a big-ass camera, okay? Don't bring a camera with you. because I did see what ended up happening, or what does happen to you if you do decide to bring one. If you try to bring like either a Canon camera or a Nikon or a Sony camera, they hold it for you. You're not allowed to bring it inside the theater or the stage. If you bring a camera that's big enough like that, you have to put it in a very special place where they just hold it for you, and then you could get it back after the showcase. So it was a good thing that I did not bring my Canon camera, because they would have taken it away and I could have easily lost it. I mean, somebody could have easily just lied by saying that, hey, that's my camera, and they could have took it, just like that. But I don't know, maybe they ask the owner to put it under their names, I don't know. But it's still a good thing that I didn't bring a camera, and I used my iPhone SE to record instead, which it's not in bad quality. I made other videos just using my iPhone SE, so I didn't think it looked that bad. But yeah, so after the event was over, some of you might be wondering how did we discover Giuliano's? If you don't know what that is, that was that Italian deli place that we ended up going to after Summer Game Fest. Well, the way we discovered it was Andy, like, once again, because we were very unfamiliar with that area or that part of Los Angeles. Whenever we go to Los Angeles, usually we go at least somewhere in the west part of LA, like, you know, like where the beach areas are, or where Disneyland is. Those are usually the parts that we go to. But for Summer Game Fest, it was a little bit more to the north. And yeah, we were very unfamiliar with that area. And we usually like to go somewhere to eat whenever we either go see a movie or go to like an event like that. And all three of us were hungry. All three of us did not have breakfast. Well, okay, I think it was at least me and my uncle that didn't have any breakfast. We just woke our asses up and went. So by the time Summer Game Fest was over, it was already close to like 1:30 p.m. And we were very hungry and we wanted to get something good here in Los Angeles, but we didn't know where to go in that area. And at first it seemed like we were going to get some chicken, something to do with chicken. Like, I was at least craving fried chicken, I was craving at least a burger, or even a sandwich. I was okay with one of those options. I think my uncle was just craving a really, really good deli sandwich. And I don't know, I don't think Andy told me what exactly was he craving. I think he told me that he was at least craving either tacos, or maybe pizza, or a burger, or something. But then he also said he didn't mind a sandwich either. So it was really starting to look like that, well, we'll only find a nice sandwich shop. And that's exactly what he did. He looked it up on his phone, and he ended up finding Giuliano's, a nice Italian deli restaurant. Oh, not restaurant, shop. And we decided to go there. But before we even went, I asked Andy, hey, can you show me some pictures of what their food even looks like? And as soon as he showed me what their food looked like, I was just like, whoa, holy shit, man. Like, I was completely blown away. I thought their food looked delicious, especially when it came to their meatball sub. Yeah, their meatball sub immediately, like, called my name, you know? And while, our buddy Andy was, looking up where to eat, me and my uncle, we were just chilling. We were, chilling outside of, the stadium, and I didn't even know that there was a small lake or pond there. And I thought it looked really beautiful to me. And I said to myself, you know what? Won't I just record this for my video? Or won't I just, won't I just record a little bit of it? And depending how it came out, then I'll just put that in my video. And that's what I ended up doing. The part where you get to see me near a lake is in there. Oh, and if you're wondering why didn't I just get hot dogs or sandwiches right there near the stadium, well, it's because I honestly wasn't really craving it, everybody. All three of us weren't. I mean, it looked good. It looked very appetizing, but when you're in Los Angeles, sometimes we just want something a little bit better, you know? But don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure street dogs and street food is just as delicious. But, you know, me, my uncle, and Andy, we actually wanted to go to a place where we can actually sit down and eat, you know? Because while yes, there were some places you could also sit, but we're talking about an actual table and chairs though. When you order a street dog or a street burger or sandwiches from a vending, there's usually almost nowhere for you to sit at, or at least not with a traditional table. So that's the reason why we decided to go to Giuliano's and just give it a chance, you know? And of course, you guys know that I ended up having the best sandwich, the best meatball sandwich that I have ever had. That meatball sandwich was delicious, dude. The meatballs were juicy. They just like pop in your mouth, and oh man, it was so good. Oh, and by the way, guys, I also ended up buying a lemon cake for my mom, as you saw in the video. And the thing is, some of you might be wondering, what did my mom think of Giuliano's lemon cakes? She loved it, everybody. She loved the lemon cake that I got her. But my mom, she didn't eat it right away. She actually ate it the day after I got it for her. The reason why she didn't eat it right away is because there was no milk, or we didn't have milk. Our fridge was completely it was completely empty. But yeah, I actually, the funny thing is though, the day after Summer Games Fest, I actually went to my mom to the grocery store to not just get milk, but we also got other groceries too. But yeah, as soon as me and my mom got done grocery shopping and getting milk, then that's when she had her delicious lemon cake. And boy, did she love it. She told me that it was really, really soft. She said that the lemon flavor wasn't overpowering. It was just right. It was perfect for her. It wasn't too lemony, but it wasn't too little either. So yeah, everybody, and I guess that's pretty much all there is for me to say. Those were the additional stories for my trip to Summer Games Fest, or at least I think it is. Is that all the stories I could tell? Yeah, I think so. But yeah, my mom loved her lemon cake, and that's good, you know? So if I'm ever in that area again, or if I'm ever at Giuliano's the next time, then I'll just be sure to get her that. So yeah, alright everybody, that I guess that's it for me telling you guys my additional stories and giving you guys extra context of when we went to Summer Game Fest of 2023, and yeah, hope you guys found some of those stories interesting. Alright, now it's time for me to move on to the actual coverage itself. Alright. If you're wondering what I'm doing right now, I'm pulling out my notes. By the way, you know what? If there's one thing I really do not like about these Fall Guys 20 shard rounds compared to the 5 shard rounds is I don't like how if that one bean who's really not that good, I don't like how you end up like watching them for 10 minutes while I just spectate, you know? I guess that's one downside, because keep in mind, it doesn't show you the time limit, but the time limit is 10 minutes. And if that bean, who's really not that good at the game, is having a hard time just finishing this, yeah, you pretty much have no choice but to watch. You're not allowed to back out or get out of spectate mode. You have to watch, all these other beans, finish. So, oh my god, this person is still at the starting line. But anyways, I'm just gonna watch. Okay, he made it. Alright, sweet. Okay, I'm just gonna spectate this guy for now. But anyways, okay everybody, here was, some of the things that were announced at, Summer Game Fest of 2023. Now, the first thing that was announced was, this actually sort of surprised me, but not really. Well, it was just, I didn't see it coming, you know? But the very first thing that was announced was Prince of Persia Returns. Let's see, is that what it's called? Brand new. Oh, I think it's just called, it has an official title. Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. Yeah, before this was even announced, a lot of people thought it was going to be, the next Prince of Persia was going to be the Sands of Time remake, but, oh well, it's better than nothing, you know? And supposedly it's going to be, a Metroidvania style, type of game. It's a side-scroller. And it looks pretty good, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, looks pretty good. Keep in mind though, I've never really played a Prince of Persia game before, but I used to watch, my Uncle Junior, play, the 3D games, when it was on the GameCube, you know? I used to watch my uncle play, the 3D games, Sands of Time on the GameCube, and it looked a lot of fun to me. I liked how you were able to, rewind, time itself whenever you wanted. I thought that was, pretty cool, and being able to solve puzzles. And then, all of a sudden, Prince of Persia pretty much just fell off the map for a while. Keep in mind, I mean, Prince of Persia, Ubisoft, it's from the same makers of Assassin's Creed. But then, Ubisoft ended up switching all their attention and focus on Assassin's Creed to where they really didn't need, to make any more Prince of Persia games. So yeah, that's pretty cool how, Prince of Persia is making a return. Although, I don't know, man. I mean, I've been trying to get into more Metroidvania games, lately, so we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't, but the Prince of Persia games that, I ended up, growing up with was the 3D game ones, so I don't know how, the side-scrolling aspect is gonna go for me, but again though, maybe I'll give it a chance. Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, is coming on January 18th, 2024, which, holy crap, that's actually almost my birthday. My birthday is, January 19th, so, whoa, this game is actually gonna come out, the day, before my birthday, so, that's pretty cool. Alright, hold on, everybody, before I talk about the next game. Oh, that's right, Yeet Golf. Sorry, everybody, I was just having a sip of water, but okay, let's go. Yeet Golf. The next game that, I'm gonna talk about is, oh, oh, Mortal Kombat 1 gets an extended first look. Now, the thing is, this really wasn't too much of a surprise because, well, it was already announced, you know? This is something that was announced before Summer Game Fest, so it really wasn't too much of a surprise, but at least you guys ended up getting an extended look at the fatalities, the gore, and all of pretty much the new fighting moves and stuff like that. It looks really good. Don't get me wrong, but my thing is, everybody, I'm just not the biggest fan of fighting games, you know? I mean, the only fighting games that I have ever been remotely into is pretty much just Super Smash Bros, you know? And even still, I played a lot of Super Smash Bros Melee and Super Smash Bros Brawl, and that's pretty much about it. I have a Nintendo Switch, and even I still haven't been able to get into Super Smash Bros Ultimate, you know? Which I probably should, but yeah, I haven't played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate yet, but overall though, I'm just not the biggest fan of fighting games, but I'm glad that you guys are excited though. I'm glad for those of you who are into fighting games, are excited for Mortal Kombat 1. And again, it looks really cool. It looks great. It looks like they're really amping up the gore factor. And that's good, you know? But I've never played a Mortal Kombat game before. So I don't think I'm gonna get it. I do have Mortal Kombat X, but that's only because thanks to PS Plus though. I got Mortal Kombat X for free thanks to PlayStation Plus, so I could play a Mortal Kombat game right now if I wanted to, but once again, not too much into fighting games. But you know what? It is really cool how Jeff Keighley managed to get Ed Boon on stage, though. That was pretty cool. And for those of you that don't know who Ed Boon is, he's the one that created Mortal Kombat. So I thought that was pretty cool, seeing him on stage and everything like that. And he goes into full detail on his history with Mortal Kombat and explaining how Mortal Kombat 1 is going to be. But I don't know, man. To be honest though, I really don't like the title. I don't like any title that flat out just has a number 1, or that says 1 at the end of the title, you know? Like Battlefield 1, I thought, just, you know, wasn't very clever. I don't know why they just couldn't call it, Xbox. No, not Xbox, which I'll get to that in a second. I don't understand why EA didn't call Battlefield 1 just Battlefield, you know? And the same thing goes to Microsoft. I don't like how they called Xbox One, you know? I don't like how they called their third Xbox One, because it implies that it could be the first original Xbox, you know? And you know what? I find it kind of ironic how, before the Xbox One was announced, many people were speculating it was going to be called the Xbox 720, because, you know, Xbox 360, you just double it. But I find it ironic how Xbox 720 would have sounded cooler compared to calling it Xbox One. So that kind of threw me off a little bit. So now they're just gonna call it Mortal Kombat 1. But just like what Ed Boon said, he explained that the reason why it's called Mortal Kombat 1 is because it's going to be a reboot of Mortal Kombat. It starts a new timeline, because I'm fully aware what happens at the end of Mortal Kombat 11. I'm fully aware somebody goes back in time and changes the timeline a little bit. Yeah. But I don't know, man. I mean, for those of you who are big fans of Mortal Kombat, are you guys even happy that Mortal Kombat is even being rebooted? Feel free to let me know if you want to. But my question is, though, so what are they going to call the next Mortal Kombat? Mortal Kombat 2 isn't really gonna work, so, well, unless they put a subtitle. But even still, man, I mean, that's just terrible titling, though. And you know what? The funny thing is, too, I very recently watched the Angry Video Game Nerds chronological confusing titles video. And right now, if you go to the comment section by tapping on newest comments, everybody is currently making fun of the Mortal Kombat titles. First there was Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat 2, and then a bunch of other Mortal Kombats with subtitles. Then there was Mortal Kombat, I think 2010, is this called Mortal Kombat? Then Mortal Kombat X, and then Mortal Kombat 11, and now it's just Mortal Kombat 1. Everybody is currently making fun of the Mortal Kombat titles under James's video. So I thought that was kind of funny. Okay, what's the next title, or what's the next game I should talk about? Okay, Path of Exile 2 gets a new gameplay trailer coming out on July 28th. Okay, I'm gonna skip that. Witchfire was also shown. Let's see. It still doesn't have an official release date, but Witchfire is getting early access on September 20th. Yeah, I assume. What is this? Is this a multiplayer game? I guess this is a beta, and it's coming out on September 20th. Let's see. VR Crossfire Syria Squad is coming in August. Let's see. Oh, it's gonna be free to play. And this is supposedly a game that's very popular in Asia, but now they've turned it into a VR shooter, and ooh, it's coming to PSVR too? Oh, that's pretty cool. Even though it's still not worth getting a PSVR 2, I don't know, man. But it's cool how they're still pushing the PSVR 2 to get some games on it. And yeah, guys, for those of you that own a VR headset, Crossfire might be the game to get this August. Remnant 2 gets a new gameplay trailer. That was, it looked pretty good. It is coming out on July 25th of this year. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead, okay, this is something I can talk about for a little while. I'm gonna go ahead, what's the next one? Oh, okay, Spiral, Upheaval, alright. Yeah, I might as well go ahead and start that. Alright, everybody, the next thing I'm gonna talk about is Sonic. Yeah, Sonic Superstars. Now, this was actually another surprise, too. This and, Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. This was actually, really, really surprising. So, Sonic, Superstars was announced, and it's pretty cool how it's going to be, a classic, 2D Sonic game. I'm a little bit confused though. It's not really a remake or a reboot or anything like that. I guess it's just like an iteration, I think. You're gonna be able to play some classic levels and characters in current gen graphics, and you're gonna be able to play as pretty much anybody that you want, and that's cool, you know? That's really, really sweet. Now, when it comes to my history with Sonic, because I do have a history, I grew up with Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. I went back and played some of the older games, and yeah, I like some Sonic games. When it comes to the Sonic Adventure games, really I only like, I like both of them. I love both Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, but the reason why I like the first Sonic Adventure game a little bit more is because you get to play as E102, and yeah, and I do like original Sonic 2 on the Sega Genesis. I think that would have to be the best one in the trilogy. I never played Sonic CD or anything like that, even though you can now, but you know. But the thing is, though, I did play, I played a couple of Sonic games in my time, and just very recently, I played Sonic Frontiers last year. I even managed to beat it on hard mode, or at least I got the real ending of the game when you play on hard. And I like Sonic Frontiers, man, but I feel like it should have been delayed, you know? Sonic Frontiers is a pretty decent platformer, but I just think that it needed more time in the oven, you know? They should have polished it a little bit longer. They should have fixed the bugs and the glitches. They should have edited more content to it. But yeah, and to be honest, everybody, I thought the real last boss was pretty disappointing, you know? It was just a really hard space shooter, you know? It really wasn't anything epic like the Bio Lizard in Sonic Adventure 2, or it wasn't, to be honest, even the actual bosses in Sonic Frontiers were better than the real final boss. So, I don't know though. Sonic Frontiers has gone down in price, so it's worth getting right now, especially if you're a hardcore Sonic fan. But other than that, everybody, I am really happy that it seems like Sega is going back to their roots with a 2D Sonic game, and yeah, it actually looks really good. And I mean, I might get it, I might not, but the problem is there are so many other games that I'm interested in playing. Some of these games were even revealed in Summer Games Fest that I will talk about later. There is no let's see. Yeah, there is no release date for Sonic Superstars. All it says right now is there's no confirmed release date, but Sega is claiming that it will come out this autumn. And that could literally mean anything. It could come out in September, October, November, or December, which I really hope Sonic Superstars doesn't come out around the time when I'm not able to play it because of other games, you know? So, but we'll see though, we'll see. Alright, what's the next thing I can talk about? Honkai... Am I pronouncing that right? Honkai Star Rail is coming to PS5. It ended up becoming super popular very quickly on PC. Hold on a minute. Is this that one game? Hold on a minute. Let me see. Is this from the same makers of Genshin Impact? I think it is. Oh yeah, it is. Oh, okay. Honkai Star Rail is from the same makers of Genshin Impact, and from what I understand, they are connected in the same universe. It's not a sequel to Genshin Impact, it just takes place in that same realm. So that's pretty cool that it's coming to PS5. I'm subscribed to Flash Gigs, and damn, first of all, Flash Gigs has been killing it with some of their animated videos, and second, Lately they've really been promoting, this game. Is currently on PC and on, mobile. And, so far it seems like it's just as fun as, Genshin Impact. And the fact that it got popular very quickly, then it's gonna do very well on PlayStation 5. It's most likely gonna be free to play, but it's still pretty cool how the makers of Genshin Impact have no problem branching out on console. It doesn't say anywhere if it's coming to Xbox, but oh well. Maybe Xbox players are gonna have to wait a little bit before Honkai Star Rail can come on that platform. So, will I play it though? Meh, probably not. I did play 2 hours of Genshin Impact though. For my 250th sub special, so maybe I'll give it a try. Okay, Lies of P also got a new trailer. Let's see. Yeah, Lies of P. It's supposed to be kinda like, a Souls-like game, and to be completely honest, I honestly thought, it could have been a sequel to Bloodborne at first, but nope, it's a completely different game, and it comes out on September 19th, so that's pretty cool. This was a little bit of a surprise. Sandland is, getting a video game. It's based on a popular manga. Let's see. It's going to be an RPG. This is going to be published by Bandai Namco, I might be butchering this, but it's based on the manga by, Akira Toriyama. Yeah, I think I'm pronouncing that right. And I'm gonna be honest, it actually looks pretty good, but I don't know, man. When it comes to video game adaptations of, anything, it could be, like a 50-50, you know? I know a lot of people were disappointed in, Jump Force, so I hope it doesn't disappoint the anime fans too much. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and skip this. I think it's safe for me to skip that. Oh, okay, alright. I can go ahead and talk about this for a little while. And that is, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and start a match first. Alright, the next thing I'm going to talk about is Nicolas Cage being in Dead by Daylight. Oh, for those of you that don't know, I do play Dead by Daylight very often. Maybe not as much as I used to anymore, but no, I mean, I still keep up with Dead by Daylight. Right now, Dead by Daylight's new chapter just came out. It's called End Transmission, and that's where you get to play as the Singularity and Gabriel. But what's really cool is the next DLC for Dead by Daylight is good old Nicolas Cage. Oh, I so cannot wait for that, dude. That is going to be gnarly because I love me some Nicolas Cage. I like a lot of his movies. I like National Treasure. I like Kick-Ass. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like Ghost Rider, but I thought Nicolas Cage was a pretty fun Ghost Rider. But overall, the point is, I like Nicolas Cage, you know? I think Nicolas Cage can be a very good actor, and he's just overall a sweetheart, you know? I don't really know, I don't really think Nicolas Cage has really done anything bad. I don't think his personality is toxic or egotistical or anything like that. I mean, he's just a sweetheart, you know? Nicolas Cage really seems like a genuine guy. He's really humble, close to somebody like Keanu Reeves, you know? And it was really cool, seeing, Nicolas Cage, on the stage like that. That was actually a surprise. I mean, the DLC announcement itself wasn't a surprise because I don't know why Behavior did this. I don't know why Behavior just didn't keep it a secret, but we all knew about this though. We all knew Nicolas Cage was coming to DVD way back in May, you know? And I don't know why Behavior actually announced it right almost after their End Transmission chapter came out. I mean, that really doesn't make any sense to me. And it was really not that long before Summer Game Fest. So, I don't know, man. So I feel like Behavior Studio announcing Nicolas Cage being in DVD kind of ruined it a little bit, you know? But it's still pretty cool that he's coming, you know? And it's still pretty cool too how we actually got a release date. He's coming out in the beginning of July, which is next month. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with DVD, DVD is it's a symmetrical horror game, and you're able to play as really iconic killers and survivors like Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Pinhead, Leatherface, the Ring Girl. You can even play as video game horror characters like Pyramid Head and Nemesis and Wesker and all of that good stuff. But yeah, that's Dead by Daylight. And I'm really am happy Nicolas Cage is going to be in it. A lot of people say that he really doesn't have too much to do with horror. And while they're not completely wrong, but as an actor, he has been in some horror movies though. And in my opinion, I feel like that still counts. You know? That still counts as, oh, I think it's pretty cool. He's in DVD. I don't see it as too random. But yeah, it was pretty cool, seeing, Nicolas Cage, being on stage. And, I don't know how many of you noticed this, or I don't know how many of you were even able to see, but there were some people that were standing up for him when Nicolas Cage first came out. Nicolas Cage being at Summer Game Fest was a really, really big surprise. None of us were expecting it. It wasn't leaked, it wasn't really teased, but yeah, it was still pretty cool seeing him on stage and seeing a few people actually stand up while clapping. Even I was thinking about standing up, but the reason why I didn't is because if you look carefully, I was a little bit late on recording because, you know, I obviously, there was no way my iPhone SE was going to have enough battery to record a 2-hour show, you know? So I think I was a little bit late on recording Nicolas Cage, but yeah, there were some people that stood up though, and just cheering him on and being happy how he was there. So that was really, really cool. And I like how Nicolas Cage was telling his story about how he got into Dead by Daylight, or how did he discover it. The way he discovered Dead by Daylight was his son, you know? Nicolas Cage's son plays Dead by Daylight, and his son told his dad about Dead by Daylight and what's it all about. And as soon as his son explained to him what DBD was all about, then that's when Nicolas Cage, I don't know if he called behavior or went into their studio, but yeah, he ended up going to behavior and flat out asked them, "Hey, can you put me in Dead by Daylight?" And the rest is history. So that was a pretty wholesome story on how he got into DBD. I don't even know if he plays video games, but still though, it's still pretty cool how he's in DBD because of his son. And I cannot wait to play as Nicolas Cage next month. I might make a video as me playing as Nicolas Cage on YouTube, but I don't really know, because for those of you that don't know, I actually stopped making Dead by Daylight videos because nobody was watching them, and I got tired of putting in endless hours and effort on my Dead by Daylight videos just so nobody can watch them, and to me it just wasn't worth it, you know? So that's the reason why I stopped making DBD videos, because it just wasn't getting the views anymore, you know? And that's okay, you know? I'm not blaming anybody. But for Nicolas Cage, though, I think I might actually do something with that. But we'll see, though. We'll see. I might make a Nicolas Cage video. I might not. But, yeah. I cannot wait for July, which is next month, to play as the beloved Nicolas Cage. I really, really do like how he's been making a comeback lately. with Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, and he's currently in another movie that recently just came out. I'm not gonna say what movie, but some of you guys might be surprised when you finally do find out, though. So yeah, but I'm just really happy how Nicolas Cage has been fulfilling some of his roles that he actually wants to do, you know? So that's pretty cool. And I hope I can see him in more projects, and I can't wait to hear his voice again as Noir Spider-Man in Beyond the Spider-Verse. Alright, the next thing I can go ahead and talk about is, Alan Wake 2. Oh, this is a pretty big one. Yeah, I mean, Alan Wake 2 is one of those games that it really wasn't in video game development hell. It's just Remedy didn't really focus on making one, you know? And I did recently play, well, okay, maybe not recently, but I did play Alan Wake Remastered, and I liked it. I thought it was a really fun game. It wasn't that scary for a horror game, but then again, what game even is scary? Especially today. But no, man, I really enjoyed playing Alan Wake Remastered. I like how you're able to use a flashlight to reveal the evil spirits, and then you're able to use a real gun on them, and you just shoot them. And yeah, I thought Alan Wake is a pretty good game. I never played when it came out on Xbox 360 because I am a PlayStation person, even to this very day. But yeah, I never played Alan Wake when it first came out, but I did play the remaster back in 2021 for Halloween month, aka October, and yeah, I had a good time with it. It was fun when I live streamed it on YouTube, and it was fun when I beat it on Twitch. So I think Alan Wake 2 is going just as good, which, by the way, in hindsight, I think when Alan Wake Remastered first came out, that should have been a pretty big sign that Alan Wake 2 was coming. But again, though, man, I mean, Alan Wake 2, it was announced at the Game Awards, though. It was announced at 2022's Game Awards, and we all knew this game was coming, you know? So, it really wasn't that big of a surprise. But it was still cool how at least we got gameplay, you know? I think the developer of Alan Wake 2, he explained that you now play as two protagonists. You play as Alan, and you play as an FBI agent, and you're pretty much going to be switching sides every now and then, and that's pretty cool. I like that. I think that's going to be a unique idea, and I think I'll just get it, everybody. I think I might do a giveaway stream for October. So that's gonna be pretty sweet. Oh, by the way, everyone, uh, for this month, for June, my next PSN and Xbox code giveaway is going to be with Final Fantasy 16, and it will be on June 23rd at 5 p.m. I'm going to be giving away $80, so I hope you guys are looking forward to that. And yeah, guys, I might do the same thing with Alan Wake 2 in October. The problem is, though, Spider-Man 2, now you know what? I'll talk about that later. But for now, Alan Wake 2 looks really, really good, though. The graphics definitely look very current gen. And yeah, they make the combat system look very, very dynamic. I like how enemies are able to throw you all over the place, and things, objects actually falling and getting destroyed. That's gonna be pretty cool. But I don't know, man. I mean, I don't like how some people on Twitter are already bitching and complaining that one of the secondary protagonists that you play as is African American. I don't really understand that. I mean, goddamn, guys, it's just a black person, you know? Just because a developer puts in an African American in their game, that doesn't automatically mean it's SJWs, you know? I thought that was pretty stupid on Twitter. Let's just give her a chance, okay? I didn't really see anything that was too politically correct about her character. But, you know, whatever, though. I just thought that was really, really dumb how some people are complaining that the new character you play as is black, you know? So, yeah. But overall, though, Alan Wake 2 definitely looks really, really good, though. It's one of those games that Alan Wake fans have been really, really wanting for so long. And in a way, I mean, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but at the end of the first Alan Wake, it does kind of end on a cliffhanger. So it kind of makes me wonder why Remedy didn't make a sequel right after the first game. And it did very well, too, despite it being on Xbox 360 only, and, you know, did it ever go on PC? I don't even know. I think it was on PC, but I'm not sure, though. But anyways, I also really like, too, how, Alan, looks like John Wick, which I wonder if they got inspired by Keanu Reeves with his long hair and beard, but I don't know, though. But Alan Wake still looks really, really cool, though, so I can't wait to play as him again, even though I thought he could be a little bit of an asshole towards certain people, but that's just me, though. That's just me. But anyways, when does Alan Wake 2 come out? I like how my phone keeps on crashing. When does Alan Wake 2 come out? Okay, I know it comes out in October, but I want to read the official date. Okay, Alan Wake 2, hey, wait a minute. Where's the official date at? Is there even an official date? Huh. I don't even have an official date, anywhere. Hold on a minute, let me look it up real quick. Hey, wait a minute. Oh no. When does Alan... Okay. When does this game come out? Oh my god, dude. Fuck. Just show me the release date. Okay, here we go. Alan Wake 2 will be coming out on October 17th, 2023, which, man, I don't like how it's pretty much going up against Spider-Man 2. Dude, a lot of people have been saying this on Twitter, but everybody is saying October is going to be the month of just eating up wallets, you know? Including mine. I mean, think about it. Alan Wake 2, Spider-Man 2, and Starfield 2. No, not Starfield 2, just Starfield, is coming out. So these are some really, really big games too. So 3 games coming out in October. That's a lot of money, you know? I'm gonna have to be really, really selective here. Shit, why couldn't Spider-Man 2 just come out in November? Oh well. But anyways, okay, I guess, that's all I can say for Alan Wake 2. Okay. Okay, yes, Your Grace, was also shown off. It was a world premiere. Let's see, yes, Your Grace, wait a minute. This game has been in development since 2020? Holy shit. Yes, Your Grace is coming out on Steam in 2024. Yeah, it's coming out in that year. Okay then. Oh shit. Okay, this is something that I can talk about for a little while. But before I talk about the next topic, how long have I been streaming now? Let's see, 1 hour and a half? Oh, okay, that's not too bad. I'm almost done. And again, I'm not gonna talk about everything. But yeah, be right back, everybody. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then I'm gonna finish my Summer Game Fest coverage. Alright, everybody, I am back. So sorry, everybody, if I took a little bit too long, but you know. Alright then. The next game I'm going to be talking about is John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, and oh man, this looks amazing, dude. This honestly looks this actually looks better than Dead Island 2, but okay, hold on a minute. Before I talk more about Toxic Commando, let me get a match going. Okay. But anyways, alright, more on John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. This one really surprised me, actually. This was actually a surprise that not only I didn't really see coming, but I think it's something that I might play, everybody. I might actually buy it next year. But anyways, I mean, the thing is, even before Summer Game Fest, I have always been fully aware that John Carpenter, he has always been wanting to make a video game. And I remember too, I think this was back in 2018, 2019. I do very vaguely remember that there was a rumor that John Carpenter wanted to make a game, and at first many people speculated that it was going to be a Halloween game, because for those of you that don't know, John Carpenter is the creator of the Halloween series. Well, he only directed Halloween 1 and 2, but yeah, because keep in mind, this rumor was going on around the same time Friday the 13th, the game, it was kind of in its prime. It was still popular, but when the rumor first spread out that John Carpenter was making a video game, many people assumed that it was going to be a Halloween game where you get to play as Michael Myers and kill some survivors, you know? Because maybe Friday the 13th, the game must have inspired Mr. Carpenter to make his own symmetrical horror game, you know? And plus, not to mention, that's when Halloween 2018 came out, and that was actually the first year I even started my YouTube channels, everybody. But yeah, so for so long, nobody really knew what he was making, you know? Nobody really knew if it was even going to be a licensed game or not. But now that time has finally come. Now we know what John Carpenter's next game is. Now we know it is called Toxic Commando, and it really looks good, man. It's going to be a zombie game. Yeah, it's going to be a 4-player zombie game, and I really like how it is. I really like how there's a lot of zombies on the screen. Which I really hope it doesn't get downgraded, and then when the actual game comes out, it's going to have less zombies. But what I really like is it seems like it's only going to be for current gen hardware, meaning no PS4, no Xbox One, and that's good, you know? We need to move on, everybody. I mean, there can't be previous gen ports anymore. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, we're never gonna move on. It just holds some games back, and it's overall, oh cool, I can't believe I grabbed that ledge. And we gotta let current gen shine, you know? It's not hard to get a PS5 or an Xbox Series X anymore. Maybe if we were still in 2021 or the beginning of 2022, yeah, I could understand that, but a lot of people have been reporting that people have been seeing PS5s in store shelves now, you know? So yeah, I really hope there is no previous gen version of Toxic Commando, so that way it can keep all of those zombies. But other than that, it looks fun, everybody. I like how you can drive vehicles, I like how you can run over zombies. Looks like there's plenty of weapons and guns to use. Once again, it's 4-player. And you know what? Maybe it's a good thing John Carpenter decided not to make a Halloween game. Because think about it, I mean, Michael Myers, he's already in Dead by Daylight. You can play as Laurie Strode in Dead by Daylight. And I don't really think there should be a Halloween game, or at least not right now, because we have so many horror symmetrical games right now. I mean, think about it. Friday the 13th, the game. Evil Dead, the game. Predator Hunting Grounds. Alien Fireteam. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the game is coming out this August. There's currently rumors, Clowns from Outer Space, the game is coming out. There's rumors there might be a Scream, the video game, even though that's not really confirmed. But you get what I'm saying, though. I don't think now is the best time for a Halloween game. We have enough horror symmetrical games. Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed just came out not too long ago. My buddy SG actually live streamed that game, and he says it is kind of lacking. And again, though, I am going to get the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the video game, but even still, man, I'm not, like, too excited for it. I just think it looks good enough, you know? But I'm not really itching, though. So, you know what? I'm glad that John Carpenter is making a completely different game, and it ended up just so happened to being a 4-player co-op zombie game. A lot of people are already comparing it to Left 4 Dead and Back 4 Blood, and it honestly at least looks better than Back 4 Blood. I mean, I enjoyed playing Back 4 Blood, but seeing that many zombies, man, holy shit, that's gonna be dope. Let's see. And speaking of Toxic Commando, everybody, this is not confirmed, alright? But we are at least talking about it, and that is, if you haven't seen my Dead Island 2 stream, but I ended up playing with the Tribal Chief and Pro Pup, and as I have said before, we had so much fun, man. We had a lot of fun playing Dead Island 2 co-op together. Like, as soon as we beat Dead Island 2 over on my Twitch, we ended up getting a little bit sad how it was finally over, you know? Dead Island 2 is pretty short, and when we finally beat the game, we really didn't want for it to end, you know? And ever since me, the Chief, and Pup beat Dead Island 2, we really wanted to play something. Anything that will bring us back to those days, you know? We really wanted to just relive that magic again and re-experience that type of co-op game, you know? And I'm really happy that Toxic Commando is 4-player co-op. So that means we might even get a 4th player involved, since because the reason why me, the Tribal Chief, and Pro Pup were able to even play together is because we all had PlayStation 5s, and we all owned Dead Island 2, so, and that ended up working. So we might have a hard time finding a 4th player, but other than that though, it's really starting to look like Toxic Commando might be our next co-op game. But like I said though, everybody, it's still unofficial, it's still unconfirmed. We're just talking about it. We're just seeing if we could even have our schedule aligned to even do that. But I'm open for it though. I'm open to buying it. The Chief is open to buying it. The only person that seems like isn't really entirely sure yet is Pro Pup. We talked about it. I'm the one that sent them the idea, and I sent them the video of Toxic Commando. And I sent them the link and asked them what are their thoughts on the game, and they say it looks really good. But right now, Pro Pup still seems like he's not entirely sure yet. He'll get Toxic Commando if he just so happens to have enough money by then. So, again, we'll see. We'll see. It's not a guarantee thing, but I really hope it does happen though. I'm thinking of doing another giveaway with Toxic Commando, so yeah. Toxic Commando still doesn't have an official release date. All we know is it's coming in early 2024. That's definitely going to be on my anticipated list next year. And I really like too how it's from Saber Interactive. They're the same makers of the World War Z game and Evil Dead, the video game. so you know that you're expecting some quality. But yeah, there is no official release date. All we know is it's coming out next year. And I think that's pretty much about it for Toxic Commando, everybody. I had a lot to say, and I had an announcement. Baldur's Gate 3, is getting an update? That's it? Just an update? Okay. Okay, I guess, another thing, I can go ahead and talk about is Spider-Man 2, which is coming out in, October 20th, 2023. And again, man, Spider-Man 2 is going to be part of, October eating people's wallets whole. But I really do like some of the surprises. I like how they were able to get a developer on stage and confirming that Venom is not going to be Eddie. Yeah, it's not going to be Eddie Brockman like in the comic books. Now here's the thing about Spider-Man 2 though. Spider-Man 2, so far, it doesn't seem like there's any, like, release date to be on PC. It's obviously going to be, console exclusive to, PlayStation first. Yeah, it's coming to PS5 on October 20th. But there is no release date for PC though, if it even is gonna be on PC, which I'm pretty sure it will, but not anytime soon though. A lot of people are hoping that Spider-Man 2 will come to PC at least in 2024 or in 2025, so that's gonna be pretty cool. But other than that though, I like how they finally gave out a release date. They didn't really show anything new. No new gameplay, no new trailer, which was a little bit disappointing, but it was already shown off at PlayStation's showcase, which I talked about with my After Us live stream. But yeah, I so cannot wait to play Spider-Man. It's pretty cool how you can switch between Peter Parker and Miles Morales. And that gameplay trailer we did see at PlayStation's showcase was sick. So I cannot wait for October 20th. But you know what, everyone? I guess I kinda do have somewhat of an announcement. It's kinda starting to look like I'm not going to play Spider-Man 2 on release date because of Alan Wake 2. I mean, let's think about this for a sec. When it comes to October, that's Halloween month, okay? And when it comes to Halloween month, you want to play something spooky as a content creator, as someone who makes content by playing video games. So I might not play Spider-Man 2 when it comes out, everybody. I might have to save it for November. So that's kind of going to be a little bit of a Debbie Downer. I really, really wish Spider-Man 2 did not come out in October. I wish it would have came out in November better, because that's when the holidays are about to happen. That's when parents are probably gonna want to surprise their kids with that game for December, and I don't know, man. I really, really wish Spider-Man 2 came out in either November or December. So I might have to just delay me playing Spider-Man 2 for November, and so that way I'm able to do a giveaway stream for November. Yeah, you know what? Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. For this October's giveaway stream, will be with Alan Wake 2, and for November, I can use Spider-Man 2 for the code giveaway. Yeah, that could work. I'm pretty sure you guys can wait 10 more days to see me live stream Spider-Man 2. That could actually work. Because in August will be Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I don't know what I'm gonna do for September though. And it's starting to look like I'm not gonna do anything for July because there's no games that I'm interested in that I want to get that's coming out in July. So, man, this is gonna be a tough one. But other than that, though, I cannot wait to play Spider-Man 2. Alright, what's the next thing I'm going to talk about? It's pretty annoying how the web page where I pulled out my notes keeps on crashing. Okay, Pal World, enters early access in 2024. Early 2024. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that. It's basically Pokemon with guns, which, it sounds kinda funny, but, I'm not interested though. Black Desert Online is gonna have an expansion. Lord of the Rings is gonna get another game? Oh shit. Lord of the Rings, Return to Moria, gets a gameplay trailer? Huh. I don't know, man. This is pretty weird. Because after Lord of the Rings, Golem pretty much flopped pretty hard and being considered one of the worst games made this year, I don't know how this is gonna fly, man. I mean, Lord of the Rings Return to Moria is really, really gonna have to separate itself from Golem, now that, people still have that bad taste in their mouths, from, seeing Golem. Because keep in mind, I've seen a lot of gameplay footage of Golem. I saw, Angry Joe, live stream it. I've seen Critical's videos playing Golem, saying it's worse than Forspoken, which, I mean, I don't know, that should be obvious. And who the hell thought it was a good idea to even make a video game based on Golem? That's so weird. It would almost be like making a Zelda game, but you only play as Navi. Or it would almost be like making a Jaws the video game, but you play as a beach ball, or I don't know, man. Golem was just a bad game in general. Return to Moria is supposed to be a co-op game. You're able to play with 8 friends? Holy shit, dude. That's gonna take up a lot of server. There's still no official release date, but I'm not really the biggest fan of Lord of the Rings, everybody, but I hope it's at least better than Golem for all of you Lord of the Rings fans. Banishers, Ghost of New Eden, gets a glimpse, gets a teaser. It's supposed to launch at the end of 2023. I assume that's in December. Like a Dragon, Gaiden, the man who erased his name, is coming on, November 9th? Oh, okay. Well, at least something is coming out in November. But the thing is, though, man, I never played a Yakuza game before, so I most likely am not going to get it. I have the whole Yakuza series thanks to PlayStation Plus Premium, so maybe one of these days I'll play some of them. I know my friend the Tribal Chief live streamed that whole series. I've seen a lot of gameplay footage because my buddy the Chief streams those, and they look like they're fun games, but I don't know, man. Supposedly, I think this is going to be the first Yakuza game that's going to take place in America because the guy you play as, Kiryu, ends up waking up butt naked on the beach, and as you will notice, people were talking in English, so, but I did find the trailer a little bit funny, though. How he just suddenly wakes up naked on a beach and not knowing how he got there. So, I'm pretty sure that the Yakuza fans are pretty excited, though. Under the Waves Floats gets a new trailer. There's still no release date, which I think is kind of odd. Call of Duty Season 4, I don't really care. I don't play Call of Duty that much anymore. Fae Farm was announced. It was a world premiere. It's basically like Animal Crossing. It's a farming simulator. So that's gonna be pretty cool. But the problem is, man, the only farming simulator I remotely even love is just Animal Crossing. So I'm not going to get it. But I'm pretty sure some people will. Oh, my friend Andy was really surprised about this. They released a new mode for Marvel Snap phone game? Yeah. Ben Broad announced a conquest mode for Marvel Snap. I don't really care. It's supposed to come out on June 13th, which already came out as I am streaming this. Arthur King, King Arthur Legends Rise was also announced. Supposedly you can already. This is a multiplayer game, and it's made with Unreal Engine 5. Holy crap! I don't really know too much about this. It's a cross-platform RPG coming to PC and mobile, but no console? Huh. I don't know, man. I don't really know too much about King Arthur, so yeah, I don't think I'm gonna play it either. Let's see. Wayfinder is getting an early access this summer. Stellarius Nexus is getting It's a spin-off? It's a spin-off to another game? I don't even know, man. Let's see. Space, there's a Space Builder game coming out? I'm not gonna focus on that. Star Trek, Infinite, was also announced. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Star Trek, but surprisingly it's coming out on both PC and the Mac this autumn? Huh. Not many game developers think it's worth, making video games for Mac because Mac, doesn't even really focus on video games. So I thought that was kind of, interesting. It's supposed to be set decades before Star Trek The Next Generation. Players will be able to run an entire fleet of ships while taking control of, 4 powers. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. And god damn it, man. Okay, crashed again. Let's see, where the hell even was I? Oh cool, I'm almost done. Okay, so after Star Trek Infinite is this game called... How do you pronounce that? Lus Fanga? The Time Shift Warrior? It's supposed to be a new time-looping hack-and-slash type of game. There is no release date, but it's also a puzzle game. That looks pretty cool. Then there's Immortals of Avenue. No, wait a minute. Yeah, that's what it's called. A magic shooter called Immortals of Avenue is coming out next month? Oh wow. It's coming out on July 20th. It looks pretty good, but not interested. Fortnite is getting another chapter. And... Ooh! Alright, everybody. This is it. This is the last thing for me to talk about. But before I go ahead and talk about the last thing, I'm gonna go ahead and, get another match started. There was a lot of things that I'm not really interested in getting, so that's the reason why I didn't really get a match starting. Okay, as soon as this match starts, and that's when I'm going to talk about the last thing that was revealed. Okay, it's about to start pretty soon. How long have I even been streaming now? This coverage turned out to be a lot longer than I thought. Okay, so now I've been playing for 2 hours and 4 minutes. Oh, okay. Alright. I'm almost done. That's long enough. Alright, everybody. The last thing to talk about is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Dang. I mean, the thing is, though, man, once again, the biggest problem with Summer Game Fest, or at least for this year, is we all knew this was coming, though, you know? I mean, even before the Final Fantasy VII Remake came out, we all knew that it was going to be in parts, you know? When it was first announced that the Final Fantasy VII Remake was going to be, well, originally it sounded like it was going to be episodic, but that's not what ended up happening, though. The Final Fantasy VII Remake is just going to be split into into multiple games, you know? And after the Final Fantasy VII Remake came out, we all knew that Part 2 was coming, you know? And for the longest time, many people just assumed that it was going to be called Final Fantasy VII 2. That's it. But, I mean, I'm glad that they're going with a subtitle. So they're calling it Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And again, it was announced many times at other gaming shows, you know? But what I do like is, at least we got gameplay though. At least we got, gameplay footage. So that was still pretty cool, but not too surprising, you know? It pretty much just looks the same as, the Final Fantasy VII Remake, you know? And again, that's not a problem. That's me not, that's not me taking, down points or anything like that. But you get what I'm saying. But Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, looks really, really good. I, live streamed the Final Fantasy VII, remake, for my birthday. I think in, 2021 or 2022? I don't even remember. It was somewhere around there. But yeah, I did play the Final Fantasy VII remake. I live streamed it on my YouTube channel, and then I played the rest of it over on Twitch. And I had a lot of fun, everyone. I enjoyed it. I really, really loved the story. I loved the characters. I think both Tifa and Aerith are really fine-looking women, you know. And the reason why I bring that up is because my streaming buddies always makes fun of me because I think they're attractive, you know, even though I'm not really that obsessive over it, but they like to crack a joke about that once in a while. But anyways, but the point is, I really, really enjoyed the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and even though it wasn't 100% turn-based, that honestly didn't bother me, you know, because I understood Square Enix was just appealing to a more of a mainstream audience, you know? I mean, it still had a turn-based in it, but for the most part, it was pretty much a mix of turn-based and hack and slash, both at the same time, you know? So, but I overall enjoyed it though. I thought it was a good start to telling this remake, you know? So yeah, Final Fantasy Rebirth is coming out in early 2024. There's still no official release date, but here's the thing though, it's going to come in 2 discs. Yeah, it's gonna be on 2 discs, and if I have to take a good guess why is it in 2 discs, I don't think the full game is going to be in 2 separate discs, but I have a feeling one of them is going to be the data disc, and the other one is going to be the actual game, because if I'm not mistaken, but didn't it, the first Final Fantasy remake do that though? Didn't they do a data disc? Hold on a minute. Let me just, I'm going through my PlayStation 4 collection right now. I'm gonna double check if the Final Fantasy VII Remake was in 2 discs. It was actually. Hey, wait a minute. Okay, so this is nothing new then. Red Dead Redemption 2 did the same thing. Red Dead Redemption 2 had a data disc and a play disc. Yep, the same thing goes to the Final Fantasy VII Remake. And the same thing is pretty much gonna happen to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So that's I don't really mind it. I don't think that's a big deal. But I did look that up. I did do some research on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and apparently it's going to be on 2 discs. And wait a minute, I think I could be thinking about Final Fantasy 16. Oh, whoops. My bad, everybody. Final Fantasy 16 is going to be 100 gigabytes, so it really makes me wonder how many gigabytes is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth gonna be? Because if that game is also going to be 100 gigabytes, then holy shit, man, that's gonna be extreme. Especially with 2 discs. But here's what I find kind of odd, though. I did read up a couple of things on Final Fantasy 16, and believe it or not, it was almost going to be in 2 discs also. Yeah, Final Fantasy 16 was almost going to be on in 2 discs, and thankfully somebody figured out how to fit the whole game all on 1 disc, like at the very, very last minute too. And I was just like, whoa, okay, how did they figure that out then? So, here's my prediction. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is most likely going to be more than 100 gigabytes, because if Final Fantasy 16 is 100 gigabytes and it's only going to be on 1 disc, then surely Rebirth is going to have to be more, especially if it takes 2 discs, or if it's going to take a data disc. So that's going to be pretty huge, but it's pretty cool how somebody figured out how to fit Final Fantasy 16 in 1 disc. So at least I don't have to worry about that. But anyways, guys, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, it looks amazing. And to be honest, I think that might be my number 1 anticipated game of 2024. But we'll see, though. We'll see. Maybe something else will be announced for 2024 that might surprise me, and that I might end up wanting way more than Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. But supposedly it's coming out early 2024, and depending what month it comes out on, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and confirm it right now, everybody. I will do a giveaway with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'll do a giveaway, everybody, no matter what. And I'm hoping for the best that another game, another big game, doesn't come out during the same month as Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and I might have to delay it in order to play something else, you know? But for sure, though, I'm going to be doing a giveaway with Final Fantasy VII Part 2. Just like how what I'm about to do with Final Fantasy 16. Oh, hey, man. But yeah, everybody, I'm excited for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It looks amazing. I really, really hope that we find out what happened to Aerith and everybody else. Yeah. I'm excited to play it. I think it's going to be just as amazing as the previous Final Fantasy VII remake. And I know that some hardcore Final Fantasy VII fans may not like the idea that Final Fantasy VII is even in separate parts. But at least you're getting a lot, though. But how would I like it, or how would I feel if the Resident Evil 4 remake was in 2 separate parts instead of 1? Yeah, I get it. I probably wouldn't like it very much either, but at least you're getting a lot of content, everybody. At least all your favorite parts and scenes from the original Final Fantasy VII is being really expanded upon. So, but I get it though, guys. I get it. For those OG Final Fantasy VII fans, I get that. So, yeah. But even with that said, though, I'm pretty sure you guys are still looking forward to this game. And I guess that's about it, everybody. I guess that's it for Summer Game Fest of 2023. We got a lot of cool announcements, a little bit of surprises here and there, but not really a lot, though. Or, I mean, oh, you know what, hold on a minute. Let me just wait until this is over. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and wait until this is over, until I give my final verdict. I like how I didn't make it to tier 29. Okay, I'm at tier 28, and I currently have a total of 1,320 crowns. Very, very nice. Alright, everyone. Those were pretty much my thoughts and opinions on Summer Game Fest of 2023. And I already announced, I already said this on Twitter. I already gave out my final verdict and what I thought. But this stream is just me going in depth and giving you more of my details on my thoughts and opinions. But overall, everybody, if I had to rank Summer Game Fest of 2023, 2023, it was very meh. It was mid at best. A little bit average. I mean, once again, guys, the biggest problem with this year's Summer Game Fest, especially for the first time allowing the public to just casually come in and watch in person, especially after the pandemic, it could have been a lot better, you know? I mean, and another problem too is Jeff Keighley, he overhyped it, okay? I'm not going to lie. Jeff Keighley overhyped it, and I really didn't like how, before showing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I didn't like how he flat out said, and yes, the rumors were true. He even made a joke earlier. Speaking of Final Fantasy, DoorDash has your back, implying that he wasn't going to show Final Fantasy or anything Final Fantasy related. But I mean, yeah, I mean, we all knew Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was coming, okay? It wasn't a surprise. Maybe we didn't know that, it was, gonna be revealed again at, Summer Games Fest, but we at least knew that it was going to be shown somewhere, and Summer Game Fest just so happens to be it, you know? But I wouldn't say it was a grand finale, though, or the best grand finale. I mean, if he really, really, wanted, to end it well, he would have had something a little bit bigger, you know? Like a new IP or a new game that nobody knew that was coming. So, I don't know. But overall, I give, Summer Game Fest, a C+. Yeah, I give it a C+, everybody. I already announced, what I graded it, over on Twitter. It's a C+. Now, if Jeff Keighley really wanted this to be an A, I mean, I feel like, it would have been, an A if he showed off, maybe some Silent Hill 2 remake, gameplay footage. Or hell, it honestly would have been really, really shocking if he even showed off some Metal Gear Solid 3 remake footage, because there kind of is Metal Gear Solid 3 remake footage, but they're in photos though. After the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake was announced on PlayStation's showcase, Konami actually revealed 4 official pictures of the remake, and it honestly looked really, really good. And Jeff Keighley really just didn't bring it, man. I feel like that was a little bit of a missed opportunity right there. But then again, though, I'm pretty sure Konami really, really fucking despises Jeff Keighley. Especially ever since Jeff Keighley completely exposed Konami at his Game Awards and flat out telling everyone how Konami actually hired lawyers so Hideo Kojima wouldn't show up to receive his reward for his own game. So, Yeah, I don't think Konami is ever gonna want to have anything to do with any of Jeff Keighley's shows, or at least not anytime soon. So maybe that was probably a really, really big part of why Summer Games Fest couldn't show any Konami games. But still, though, if Jeff Keighley really wanted this to be an A, he would have went through the trouble of trying to do that. But anyways, even with that being said, as much as even though I give it a C+, I still had a great time being there. It was a unique experience. I had fun. Yes, I was a tiny bit nervous at first, but in the end, I still had a good time. It was nice going outside and experiencing what it's like to be at one of these gaming showcases. RIP E3, even though E3 technically isn't really dead, but it might as well be, though. Even though E3 didn't officially confirm that they were done, I mean, who's gonna watch them now? You know? Who's gonna watch in E3 without PlayStation, without Xbox? Nintendo left a long time ago. And yeah, I mean, it is really sad to say, but I think E3 is pretty much gone, everybody. There's no reason to watch E3 anymore. They canceled this year after Xbox announced that they wouldn't be doing E3 anymore. It sucks. I mean, it's a shame, but at the same time, at the end of the day, the only person you can really blame is E3 themselves, okay? If they would have made some smarter decisions when they still had Sony and Xbox, I think E3 would still be around. And plus, it also really did not help how the pandemic happened and no one was able to really go or attend. So, oh well. But rest in peace, E3. And even though we don't have E3 anymore, at least we still have Summer Game Fest. At least we still have PlayStation and Xbox Showcase. So yeah, I think Summer Game Fest was at the very least a good alternative to E3. And I'm happy that I was able to experience it live. Alright, everybody. That's it for my Summer Game Fest 2023 review. Those were my thoughts. I'm very excited for Spider-Man 2, Alan Wake, John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. That was a really big surprise that I didn't see coming. What else is there? Okay, Alan Wake 2, Spider-Man 2, John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. Oh, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Oh, and of course, Dead by Daylight DLC, but that's DLC though, that's not a game. But overall, we got a lot of goodies coming our way, and hey, the more games, it's always a win for us gamers. So, yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to do a review on Xbox Showcase. I don't know when. I'll try to do it as soon as possible. Yeah, after I'm going to export this live stream over on my YouTube channel at the Platinum Night Games, so that way my YouTube audience can see it over there. Um, but yeah, after my Summer Game Fest review goes up on YouTube, I'm gonna try to do my Xbox showcase review after, and then I'm going to try to review Ubisoft's and Capcom's showcase together. Yeah, I'm gonna dedicate one live stream to Xbox, and I'm going to dedicate another live stream for both Ubisoft and Capcom, because boy, do I have a lot to say, and both Ubisoft's and Capcom's showcases were shorter, and they both came out on the same day, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, everybody, this has been your host, the Platinum Knight, and peace out, everyone.